RP show continues. And by the way, fans, join the Rod Squad newsletter today. Colin Patterson signed up for it. Stay ahead of the game with exclusive insights, updates, contests, and exclusive content, including my popular 10 Things column, delivered straight to your inbox. Sign up for free today at rodpeterson.com. That's right, Colin Patterson, Flames alum, and whether he's admitting it today, Sabres alum. How you doing?
Yes, I am admitting it today. Excellent, Rod. How are you? How was your steak dinner the other night, by the way?
I was good until I added the key lime pie at the end, and it was a long night. It was a long night, but thanks for asking. And thanks to Brent from Wellington, Florida for the surprise steak. Yeah, thanks, Patty, for paying attention. Listen, our poll question, what's the biggest dumpster fire? Sabres, Jets, Giants, or Raiders among the teams? How tough is it watching your Sabres go through this, Colin?
It's really tough, especially when you see what Ottawa's doing. Ottawa and the Sabres were very similar. Lots of young talent that hadn't really, come to the front and played like they should. And then you watch Ottawa go on a 6-game winning streak. You watch Buffalo just head the other way. So it is disappointing. I don't know, what it is. Lindy Ruff's a great coach. They've got great ownership. The guys, it's in the dressing room. You got to pick it up.
Absolutely. And to be honest, let's talk about something more positive. Your Flames, which I see you so busy representing the alumni. They're in a playoff spot today, and we're almost at Christmas. So how far is this thing going to go, do you think?
Well, I hope they can keep competing for a playoff spot. I mean, they've got a hardworking team, and that's going to be their identity is hardworking. I think sometimes where they fall back is they don't work for that full 60 minutes, and that's what catches up with them. To me, they're a team that, it's the old adage, 5 feet inside your own blue line, you can't lose a puck, you got to get it out. And 5 feet outside the other team's blue line, you got to get it in. And sometimes they make the fatal error of, trying to make that extra move in those particular areas, and they get caught. And they're not a team that can come back from being 2 or 3 down all the time. Maybe once in a while, but they don't have that firepower. It's by committee.
Yeah, well, you played a long time, Colin. I'm not saying you're old, but they're just kids.
I'm old.
They're learning. Yeah, so they're in a playoff spot now, learning these lessons. That's my point. Maybe they won't make the playoffs this year or not. But where they're going seems really bright. Agree or disagree?
Yeah. Oh, I totally agree. I like what they have. I like the younger players coming in. I like the effort that everybody's giving. And I think that's key. I love a guy like Ryan Lomberg coming in and coming back to Calgary. And he is, he scored last night. He just had a baby. I mean, just lots of good things about him. But he's a team guy. And that's what they need. They need everybody to be a team guy. And if they do, then I think they'll make the playoffs. Whether, how far they go depends. But their goaltending's been very good. I mean, both Vladar and Wolf have played very well. Dustin has been very strong at every level he's played at. And now he's catching on to, how the NHL game works. And I think last year really helped him.
Yeah, well, listen, as well as I do, I spent a lot of time in Calgary the past few years. I was with you, so I know what those fans are like. If they're playing well, they don't give the coaches credit. But if they're not playing well, they dump all over the coaches. So let's say something about Ryan Huska here. And for that matter, Craig Conroy, right? They've done, obviously, a tremendous job.
Yeah, I think, starting with Ryan, coaching and getting everybody to buy in. The team didn't really have an identity the last, few years. And then, he's got them to be a team that, they're going to identify to be the identity of hardworking. And that's what people want, and I think that no matter whether you win or lose, if you're a hardworking team, people can forget or forgive you on the losses. Yeah. Craig Conroy has done a fantastic job of dealing assets and bringing in, either players that can fit in right away or players that they have in the minors or in junior hockey that I think are going to really help this team long term. And I think he's done a fantastic job. He's stocked the shelves again.
Well, just to swing this back to the Sabres a little bit, I said on the show the other day that I think they need to bring in some alumni. And to be honest, I said Matthew Barney because I'm close with Barney. It's like I'm close with Theo, as are you. Like, those are heart and soul guys that know what it takes to win, and they love the organization. And I just, with the Flames, Conroy's alum and Ryan Huska might as well be. because he's been around so long. Do you think the Sabres should investigate some alum, or am I completely barking up the wrong tree there?
No, I think, but they've got Lindy Ruff there. They've got, their GM is also an alum, Kevin. And, I don't know what's wrong with that team. There's something, but I don't know what it is. But I think you got to bring some other people in to take a look and help out and just figure out what is wrong with them. I just don't know. And I don't know if Lindy knows. And he's been around the game a long time. He loves Buffalo. He's a Sabre.
Maybe I should say new alumni. Yeah. What did you think
different
when you
alumni.
That the owner flew in? To me with a player, I couldn't stop laughing when I heard that.
Yeah, that's. When you have that happening, you know that the alarms are going off. And the Pagula family is a great family. Has done so much for Buffalo. Obviously, owner of the Bills as well. When they're talking, you better listen. And, I don't know if the kids are uptight or they just don't understand the situation that they're in and what it means to that city and the ownership.
Well, have you been on bad teams, Colin? Largely your time with the Flames, they were good. And I can't really remember early 90s with the Sabres with you. What happens. It's like a workplace, a bad workplace. It's like, why would I try? He's not. This guy's being rewarded. He's an idiot. It's the same thing.
Yeah, and I've been fortunate that I was never on a team that wasn't in the playoffs through my somewhat brief but very mediocre career. But I can tell you what, when we were going into we lost in Game 6 in '89 in Vancouver, and Cliff Fletcher got on the bus, and Cliff never got on the bus to address the players. He got on the bus, told the bus driver to get off, and he talked to us. And everybody was paying attention because he said, if we don't win, there's going to be a lot of changes. And everybody was paid attention to that. And we went out and we were fortunate enough to win Game 7 and then go on to win the Cup. But when situations like that happen, you better, keep your ears open and your mouth shut and work as hard as you can.
Don Cherry called you the most underrated player in the NHL. Let's not be humble now, Colin. This isn't the place for that. Hey, listen, before we say goodbye, what's up with you, my guy? What other than a lot of Flames alumni appearances, what's going on with you?
Yeah, we have our 6th annual Calgary Flames alumni toy drive going on right now. So we've been busy with that. We're at Mason Raymond's Cochrane GM dealership collecting toys last week, Lanny and I. Then we were at the Flames game against Florida collecting toys. Then we did our gift wrapping on Tuesday or yesterday, and that was pretty neat to get everybody in to wrap the gifts. We have about 26 to 28 families we're supporting. We have women in need that we're also supporting. We have Hull Family Services that we support, and then we have Ronald McDonald House and In From the Cold. All this from our toy drive. So very exciting and lots of fun. We have still have our superheroes of hockey going on that helps kids from sort of autism to Down syndrome and everything in between and outside play hockey and learn to skate. So that happens every Sunday. So that's a lot of fun. So we got lots going on with our alumni.
Good for you, man. It's awesome. And it worked out so great last year that I could be at your golf tournament in the middle of my Moose Jaw Millers taking on the Okotoks Dogs in the league final. It was a God shot that it all worked out together. So Merry Christmas, Colin. Thanks for the time today. Keep up the good stuff, man.
Thanks, Rod. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me. Merry Christmas
Flames
to you.
Alum Colin Patterson and board member of the Breaking Free Foundation, the foundation that provides free counseling and support to trauma and abuse victims, founded by Theo. We'll be right back with a sports update after this. Alum May on the way in hour 2. We're live on Game Plus Television, streaming live as always, and podcasts wherever the best podcasts are found.